Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and you're welcome to the Shabbat of this morning. This parasha that we're talking about this morning is Parasha Toldot. Toldot means the generations. I mean, or you can say the descendant of Yitzhak. Descendant of Yitzhak, the son of Abraham, and the son of Torah, of Terah. Remember, when we in those days, I remember when I was young, when we were in primary school, right? When they ask your name, you cannot say my name is Enan. Enan what? There are thousands and millions of Enan. You cannot say, oh, my name is Isaac. Your name is Isaac what? It doesn't make sense. So when you introduce yourself, you say, my name is Isaac, son of Abraham, son of this and this. You have to be able to trace your lineage to at least 3 or 4 generations. Oh yeah, we know where you know without you telling people already know where your house is, where your father came from, where you are from. That's the tradition of the people. They say, my name is Isaac ben Abraham. Ben Abraham, and my father's name is Ben Amos. So you can, oh, Amos. I say, okay, his father is the chief rabbi. Oh, okay. We remember him. So this is exactly what I am talking about here. So Parasha Toldot, the generation of Yitzhak, son of Abraham. So, and I subtitle it this morning. The subtitle of this morning is Yitzhak, the man of the soil. Remember, Yitzhak is the man of the soil. He's a man, he's a great farmer. Yitzhak is the only one that never went out of the land. God said, remain in the land. The 2 patriarchs, Abraham went to Egypt. Jacob went to Egypt. But God told Yitzhak, no, stay in the land. Do not depart out of the land. I will bless, I will prosper you. And he's the only one that never traveled. So Yitzhak, as I said last week, remember, Yitzhak is the central column. The one that never moved. You know, when you look at a weight, you know a weight, when you are weighing something, there is something in the middle, the center, and there is 2 sides that bend. So one side is Abraham, the other side is what? Is Jacob. But the central one that never moved is Yitzhak. Just to imagine that in our head. Okay? So Yitzhak Avinu was the 4th sabra among the patriarchs, and of the first generation born in the land. Indeed, he was prevented from ever leaving the land. He has always struck me as the most rooted of the patriarchs, the closest to the soil, the one most in harmony with nature, with the earth. About no other patriarchs are we told of the agricultural productivity of their land, only of Yitzhak. So Yitzhak is the man of the soil. Yitzhak is the man that actually is a man of nature. Yitzhak is the man of the earth. You know, he's very, very close to the land. There is no any other saying, written in the Torah about any other of our patriarchs that Yitzhak of his great stride in agricultural productivities. He's the only one, because he was the one that remained in the land all the days of his life. He never left the land. So, and he was the 4th sabra. Sabra meaning a first Hebrew, the Hebrew that was born in the land. That was we only use the word sabra. Sabra is a kind of a tree. It's a fruit of a tree. Okay, and that fruit outside is very hard, but inside is very soft. So it's a kind of a description to describe the Hebrew people that outside they are very hard, but actually inside they are soft people. They are very, very soft. You know, so that we use the term for us, sabra. Sabra means someone who is born in the land of Israel, not Jews that are born outside, but Jews or Hebrews that are born in the land of Israel, and we term them sabra. Okay, so Isaac is one of these. Is the first patriarch that was born in the land and that never left the land. Yitzhak went to meditate in the field, right? He loved the taste of the wild game. You know, recently me too, I went also hunting. You know, and I don't know why Isaac loved the wild. You know, me, I love the wild. I love hunting. So I went this week to go and hunt, and I got a deer, and I brought it home. So it's very easy. I don't know. Your name is who you are. So I love the wild myself too. I love the wild. He saw God in and through nature. Yitzhak always see God through nature. What God has created. God is beautiful. God is awesome. And how can we experience God if not through what He has created? How can we experience God if not through His creation? You see, some birds, you know, they spread their wings. You see the colors. Oh my God, it's awesome. This is a beautiful bird. You see some flower. Wow, this is incredible. You see some. You go to for example, you go to the Caribbean. You go to Cuba, to Mexico. You see the blue sea. So whoa, this is good. You can see they are very clear. You can even see the sand. I mean, under the sea. Wow, this is good. You know, those beauty, right? That is true where we learn about the Creator Himself, because God showed His beauty through His creation. So, and Yitzhak was a man like that learned about God through nature. The sense of the feet upon his son's clothing reminded him of God and put him in the proper frame of mind for the pronunciation of the blessing. Remember when he smelled the clothes of Esau? He said, oh, the clothes of my son smell like what? Like the garden of Eden. So the issue, the problem now was Isaac in the garden of Eden? Did he know how the garden of Eden said? But it's a kind of an expression that the Garden of Eden is awesome. You know, you see that, for example, a woman is so mad at you. I mean, your wife. She's upset. She's mad at you. You say, okay, I know the trick. You go, you know, you do the hard work. You go to the shop. You know, you buy a nice good chocolate, and you go to the flower shop. You buy a nice rose. The woman is still at home, so upset, you know, and you just come gently, you know, hey, my dear, this is your chocolate. And as soon as the woman see the rose, her wife, boom, the anger disappears, you know, because they love rose. You know, the beauty of that rose remove, or immediately the anger flee. The anger is the second thing. Now, because the rose attracted her. You see, it is the beauty of nature. So Yitzhak is one of them that love those things. Even though Yitzhak have never been to the Garden of Eden, but he can use that expression. The clothes of my son smell like the Garden of Eden, because Yitzhak is a man of nature. He loves nature. So to continue, his inner harmony with God and the earth is what enables him to do what? To find sources of physical and spiritual water wherever he goes, because he's harmonized himself with nature. That is one of the most important things that we have to understand. The man that we have now, the 21st century men, they say no, we are not part of nature. We are above nature, and that is why our planet is like this, so polluted, and destruction comes. Because we put ourselves outside nature. We say we are not part of nature. We are supreme. We are higher than nature. And so therefore we can do whatever we want. And you cannot do whatever you want because you live in the nature. You see, this fake idealistic thing that we have in our head is disturbing us. And that is what is killing the nature. Because we want to say, okay, I can pollute it the way I want. But remember that those before you, if they have polluted it, you won't live. What are you going to hand over? What are you going to give to your children, to your descendants, when you destroy everything? Right? So we need to understand that we as a human being, we are part of nature. We are not above nature. We are inside it. If we refuse to amend our way and to make sure that we maintain the nature the way God wants us to maintain it, then what will happen? The nature itself will kick us out. That is it. Because we have no any other choice. The nature will say, these are virus disturbing me, and it will kick us out. So, but Isaac was a man that had found harmony with nature. We have to find harmony with nature. when we compare Yitzhak's personality with that of his father Abraham, Abraham comes across as a man of doer, a man of action, while Yitzhak, on the other hand, seems to be of rather a passive nature, a passive man. He accepts the thing that happens to him as they occur. For instance, the Akedah, the binding. But as the old saying goes, he said, still waters runs deep. Yitzhak is a passionate man. Remember, Abraham is a man of action. Abraham doesn't give a mess. No, don't take a mess. You do something like this, Abraham will go to war with you straight ahead, kill everybody and take everything. That's Abraham. He's not a man of, okay, I'll wait. No, it's a man of action. Remember? But Isaac is a different man. Isaac is a passive man. He's a calm person. He's very calm. He has his own tactics. His tactics is different from the tactics of his father. His father is straight, boom! Isaac will stand calm and try to use his intelligence to outmaneuver his enemy. That is the kind of person that Isaac is. He accepts everything that happens to him. He does not question anything. His father says, okay, I'm going to go and kill you and sacrifice you. Okay, Papa, I follow you. You see, he doesn't talk, right? He does everything. He allows things to happen to him as it happens. So, but I can also see a different side of Isaac. Remember, there's two sides to the coin. But our mistake is that most of us we always want to look at only one side of the coin, not looking at the other side. See, they say a good judge. Who is a good judge? A good judge is a man or is a woman, is a person, right? That here side A and here side B, and then come and make a conclusion. But we have, most of the judges that we have now, they only hear one side. The other side, they're not what? Interested. They don't want to hear you. You know, they say, okay, this is what we want to do, and that is it. But let us come sit down together, right, and try to look at the pro and the coin. Let us come and look at what is good, what is not good. Say, no debate, no anything. This is what we want to do, and this is what we are going to do. They just tell you, do it, and that is it. But you have, as a human being, you want to see what is good or bad, but they don't want you to hear the other side. They only want you to hear the side they want you to hear. But Yitzhak has another side. So let us look at another side of Yitzhak Avinu. When Sarah was barren, Abraham did not behave like a man of action, even though he was a man of action. He just simply accepted his lot. Okay, that is what God wants, a problem. There is no evidence in the Torah that he petitioned the Holy One, blessed be He, to take away Sarah's infertility. Did you read that? No. Sarah was barren, no? For how many years? Maybe so that 70, 80 years. Did we read one sentence in the Torah that Abraham went to God and said, God, please give my wife a son or a daughter or a child? Okay, you barren, it's your problem. Me, I continue with my farm, with my animals, with this Eliezer, you know. I will continue with this my gold. I'll continue to fight. And so Abraham in this part doesn't come as a man of action. He didn't do nothing. He was just waiting. Okay, I wait. God says you are barren. You go deal with that. I have Agar. You know, I have Ishmael. No problem. You know, that was Abraham at that time. But we can see one thing in the life of Yitzhak Avinu. Let's see. Yitzhak, on the other hand, does not accept Rebekah's barrenness and pray to the Holy One, blessed be He, to grant her a child. Even though Rebekah was barren, as Yitzhak does not accept that. No. This will not repeat again in my family. I know my mama was this one. No, I disagree. See, that is what I am saying every time. There is nothing that cannot be changed. Zohar gave us the understanding. Everything can be changed. You can change it in the spiritual world. There is nothing that is permanent. No. The only thing that is permanent is God. Yes. Nothing permanent. You can change anything the way you want. You can redesign it the way you want. You can do it the way that fits you. Everything depends on you. Everything depends on your spirituality. Everything depends on your level in the spiritual world. Isaac refused. No, this will not happen to me. He went, even though Rebekah, according to our sages, right, it was Rebekah himself that refused to born. She doesn't want to bond, which I will give us more explanation in our study later today. Rebecca refused to bond. He said, I don't want, because he doesn't want the curse of Laban to come upon her descendants. That's the reason for that. And the Torah says, and Yitzhak Avinu prayed opposite. It's written there in the Torah. He prayed opposite the wish of his wife. Meaning, the wife intentionally doesn't want to bond. And Yitzhak Avinu has to contradict that. To say, no, God, forget about our wish. This is what I want. Give me a child. And God, he said, and the Torah said, and God allowed himself to be entreated by Yitzhak. And he gave Yitzhak a child, children. You see? So God now said, okay, Rebecca, even though I know that you wish this, but it will never happen. I override that with that of Yitzhak, with the wish of Yitzhak Avinu. So we can see that Yitzhak refused to allow his wife to become barren. He said, God, I need action, please. And God did that. So we can see in this part that Yitzhak was actually a man of action here now. He performed a miracle. I mean, he said, God, I want this, and God gave it unto him. So we can also see another action of Yitzhak Avinu. When the Philistines became jealous of Yitzhak, blocking off his father's well and kicking him out of town, Yitzhak does not accept the situation. He doesn't go to war like his father might have done, like Abraham might have done, but Yitzhak's way is more pragmatic. He reopened the well that Abraham has dug, calling them by the name given to them by his father. By this act, Yitzhak is asserting his property right. This is an act of defiance. Yitzhak does not use physical force in overcoming the Philistines, nor does he succumb to their bullying tactics, but offer passive resistance. It is as if the Philistines are nothing but more than a nuisance, just like a fly that cover your head. You know, sometimes you see, or the mosquito. You know the mosquito? Yeah. They come, they're just like that. That is how the Philistines look like for Yitzhak. For Yitzhak, these Philistines are just disturbance. You know, you do one thing, they come and take it. You drink another one, they come and take it. Yitzhak didn't just sit down, you know, unlike his father. His father said, you know what? If I drink another one, you come, I'll kill you. Because Abraham will go to war and fight. But Yitzhak, no. He said he's a passive man. He's a man. He resisted them in a different way. You know, he did not allow the Philistine to get the better of him. And this is what the Holy One, blessed be He, is teaching us through the character and through the life of Yitzhak Avinu. Sometimes life is very strange. Life can beat us down. Life can throw at us a big punch. But the Holy One said, do not allow life to get better of you. Don't go down and say, oh, that is the end. No, it's not the end, it's actually the beginning. It's actually, God is telling you, stand up as a man, stand erect and fight. And said, no, this will not happen. I'm going to resist it. See, because the man, he said that sent his servant to go and dig a well. You know how deep those wells are in the desert? Maybe it can be like some of them are 10 meters deep for you to get water. And it's not even all the wells that you dig, you find the water, because you must be able to locate where the water or the underground water passes through. If you don't be able to locate them, you can be digging 200 wells, you won't find no single water. So for you to dig a well and you find the water is a blessing. So and somebody come and take it over. You dig the second one, they came and they took it over again. They say, okay, I want to do this. I'm not going to fight with you, but I'm going to resist you in a different way. He understood where his father dug his well before Abraham. He went down there and dig another one, and he claimed that place as his own. Because he gave them the name that his father gave to those wells. Because the tradition is that every well has a name. We give them, just like a human being, we give them names. Right? So Yitzhak was a man who resisted the enemy passively, right? He was a man also of a kind of action, but his action is a different one from that of his dad. He's not a man that shed blood. No, he's a calm man. He resists in a different way. So there is time for action. There is time to be calm. There is time to stand. There is time to sit. There is time to move. Right? God said there is time for everything under the sun. The time to grow and the time to reap. When you plant, do you reap instantly? No. You wait for the plant to grow and you make the fruit and everything, and you wait. You don't go, oh, did the fruit get them? No. You wait for the fruit to ripe. And when they ripe, you go and pluck. There is time for everything under the sun. So we have different tactics that we can use. So if life throws us a blow, if life brings to us something that is surprising or unexpected, we should be able to deal with it in different ways. Yitzhak dealt with his own in a different way than his father Abraham, and Jacob Avinu also dealt with his own in a different way, because Jacob was a trickish man. Right? You understand that oh, for me to live and survive and be prosperous, I have to be able to be adaptable, flexible. If you are strict, like a fish, a dry fish, my people always say that you cannot bend a dry fish. You can only bend a fresh fish. A dry fish, you can never bend it. You go to break it. So if you cannot, the meaning of that saying is this: if you cannot mold your children while they were young, you can never mold them when they grow up. Because when they grow up, you want to mold them, they break. Because they already have their own personality now. You can't mold them. They're like old fish, how we say, right? They are dry fish. So you can begin, for you to have a better and a greater future is from when you begin to mold your children when they were young, molding them to what you want them to become in the future. Putting their feet in the path of the Torah, in the path of justice, in the path of righteousness. As you are molding them, they grow like that. And this is also what we saw today in the book, in the Messianic writing. See, can the mold say to the molder, how did you make me like this? That's what Shaul was saying. I'm the one that mold anything, that I'm the potter, right? I'm the one that can make the pot, right? Or the cup from the mold. The cup cannot say, why did you make me like this? I have the right to make the pot the way I want, because I'm the one that created it. I'm the one that made it like that. I can make one to work, for me to drink water. I can make another one for me to go to toilet. It's from the same material. No? That's the same. So this is what I'm saying. We have to begin to mold our children when they were young. Your grandchildren, begin to mold them up. Because when they grow, it will be too late for you to mold them. Right? So, Yitzhak Avinu does not allow the Philistines to bully him. Right? He used a different kind of tactics to do what? To remove all their bullying tactics. Alright, so we can see that it is no wonder that Isaac, the man of natural religion, I will say, loved Esau, the man of the field. He said it is 1 + 1 is 2, right? So the man of a natural religion, I say, right? Isaac is a man that loves nature. Everything about nature to him is good. And the other person, Esau, is a man of the wild. Is a man that hunts. So nature and hunting, very good. It's like when you put what do you call it? When you put this cheese, when you put the cheese on the pepperoni, or when you put the cheese on pizza. You know, the pizza, you put the cheese on it. Oh, something good. You know, you can't just eat the pizza like that. You just, I mean, the bread, I mean, the flour like that. To put things, to put all those toppings. Ah, yeah. So this is what I'm saying about. So Isaac and Esau are perfect match. Perfect match. You know. So I love nature. My son is a hunter. I can eat nice deer. You know, nice antelope, nice moose. You know, all those animals that my son killed, my son prepared. Remember, Esau never, ever, ever played with his father. He loved his father with all his soul. Esau loved his father so much. For his mama, he doesn't care much. But the opposite is the other one. Jacob loved his father like so bad, so great. He saw that my father doesn't love me because he's seen as a weak person, you know. I'm not that action like my brother who is musculous, you know, who is big, who is, you know, six-pack. Me, I have a big belly. You know, my brother has six-pack. Which woman in the world will not love six-pack? You do like this and you, you know, he's an handsome guy. You know, he has beard, he's hairy. I mean, there is no beard. No man like a man that is plain, you know. Initially, I think maybe I will not have a wife because my brother they have beard. I jealous them, eh? I'm serious. My elder brother has beard like this. When he was 15 years old or 16, he already grown beard. Me, I don't have a beard. I say, man, when am I going to have a beard? 20, 21, 25, no beard. What is going on? You know, like, you know, you want to be like a man too, you know, but there is no beard that is coming out. You can't force yourself to have a beard because in my 30s, I need to grow beard, right? So, but my brother, like 16, 17, everything is full of beard. He's a hairy man. So, this is what I'm saying. So, but the nature of every individual is what? Is different. So Esau loved his father, Jacob loved his mama. Jacob comes from the root. So let's see, because the life of Yitzhak in the Torah is very short. The Torah didn't explain much about Yitzhak, but it immediately jumped into who? Into Yitzhak Avinu. So we are going to see, Jacob comes from the root word, the crook of the heel. You know the crook of the heel? We have our heel here. So there's a place that is crook there. Because you see, it's like this. There's a crook here that it goes like this. That's the way our feet. So the word Jacob came from that particular side of the body. The crook of the heel. So, and in an English language, I remember, you know, they don't use that much in North America. It's British. The British English. They use this guy is a crook. A crook meaning a criminal. Somebody who is not straight. You know, they call it, this guy is a crook. A crook meaning somebody who is not straight. Somebody who is a criminal. That's what they call a crook, you know, who is a deceiver, who deceives. So, it is at the heel and the ankle that the leg bend into the foot and become crooked. The story of Yitzhak Avinu's life is that of his transformation into Yerushim, of the crook being made straight. Yerushim meaning straight. God made the crook to become straight. See, remember that most of us say, "Oh, I made myself. I'm a there's a word, there's a saying, I'm a self-made millionaire. I'm a self-made billionaire." All this is a lie. You need to understand that it's not like it's self-made. Everything that a man has is given to him from above. The Torah said, "There's nothing a man has that he gets it by his own power. It is the will of God. It is God that gives." So now the next issue now is, how do you use what God has given you? God, that is not for God. You as a man decide. God does not decide that. God will give you everything free of charge. You as a man decide how you are going to use it. If you use it positively, you will receive blessing. If you use it negatively, you will face the consequence. So that we need to understand. So now, the story of our father is of the one that is crooked, that God made him to become straight. So also he says that it seems to me that God called Yaakov based on the meaning of what Rashi talks about. He's saying that because the root word kever, the root word of the word of Yaakov is kever, which is a derivative meaning from the heel or the consequence of. It means following upon the heel, someone that is following upon the heel, or a consequence of something. So, at the meaning, the themes of a curve has in the book of Genesis chapter 22 verse 18, as well as in the book of Deuteronomy. The spirituality of civilization is not as concerned with the communion and harmony with nature as it is with the following the mitzvot and bearing responsibility for the consequence of one's own action. So that is what Jacob actually comes in. Jacob is a man that follows that follows the mitzvot, that follows the commandments, that follow the Torah of God. It's a follower. He followed the Torah to the least. And he understood the consequence of his action. And that is what God is asking for each and every one of us. So people, they do something they do not recognize. They say, oh, even though they know that they did it, they deny. They live in the denying. They live in the past. They always deny. And if you as a man, if you as a woman, if you as a person continue to deny, how can you make it straight? How can you make it right? Because you always deny. You say, oh, don't worry, this does not matter. This does not matter. If everything does not matter, how can you come up as a man or as a woman, as a person, and say, you know what? Yes, I am wrong. I need to make it straight. I need to make it right. Jacob realized his mistakes. He said, my name is disturbing me. Yes, I'm a crook man. I'm a thief. I steal. I stole. I deceive people. Now I want to become straight. I don't want to deceive again. I want to live a holy life. I want to live a righteous life. I want to live like as God has created me, as a good person. Right? And he made that decision within himself. And he turned his life away from 360 degrees, from negativity to positivity. Right? He said, he came to his brother. He said, I know I have done wrong because I felt the way you felt. Because when I was deceived by Laban, I can see how my brother feels when I deceived him. He came and paid the person, and he paid obeisance several times for Esau. Saying, please forgive me my sin. I'm wrong. See, people that say, oh, they come to some people, they come, oh, we understand the way you felt, or in slavery, this and this, that and this. You have no idea of what people feel when they are enslaved, because you've never been a slave. So don't come and tell me that I understand how you feel. That is the kind of word that gets me angry. Because you've never been a slave, how do you understand how a slave feel like? If a man has never gone hungry, how does he understand if another person is hungry? Because you've never felt that. If a man has never felt pain in his head, you go and tell an angel. You say, oh, sorry, I have an headache. I say, you said the angel will look at you and laugh. Because he doesn't understand what is headache. He has no idea what headache is. Right? But when you come and say, man, I have headache. Yeshua, I have headache. You understand you as a human being. Because he was a human being. You know that headache pains. When you say, oh, Yeshua, you know what? I have the leg that is bent, pains me. He has walked in the desert. You understand that your feet will pain you if you don't have a shoe. Go tell an angel that, look at you and laugh. Because he has no idea of what I'm talking about. So you can only feel what a person feels if you are in their shoe, if you live the same life. And that's why God is telling us, oh Israel, when you see a stranger, you feel him. Because you were a stranger in Egypt. You can understand. When you see a slave, do not oppress a person. Because you were oppressed in Egypt. They understand that. Because they've lived such a life. So, this is what I am talking about this morning. That we, as a child of God, we, as the children of the Most High, have to understand the consequence of our action. Jacob understood the consequence of his action. And he begged for forgiveness. And we have to understand the consequence of our own action too. And we have to beg for forgiveness in any form or shape. That maybe we've wronged somebody or somebody have wronged us. If somebody that wronged us come and say, I'm sorry, we shouldn't just say, no, I will never forgive you. No, come on, forgive. But if you don't forgive, God will not forgive you your own sin, because we are all human beings, we are all sinners. Right? So if somebody comes to you and says, please forgive me my iniquity, I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Do not harden your heart. Do not say, no, I will never forgive. Forgive. For if you forgive, so will God forgive you. So this parasha is very rich indeed, and it's telling us that what is the strength, finally, what is the strength of our father Yitzhak? What is his strength? This is Yitzhak's strength. He simply does not let anything get the better of him. If something is destroyed, don't cry about it, rebuild it. This is the legacy that Yitzhak Avinu has left us. Don't let life beat you down. Conquer it by making the Holy One, blessed be He, a partner in our life, and by also incorporating Yitzhak knowledge that we have this morning. So please do not, if something is destroyed, don't sit down. No, rise, build it. Don't allow the enemy to laugh at you. Rise up. A man in the book of Shlomo, they say a man falls 7 times. A man rise 7 times. Don't go down and say, oh, that is the end. It is not the end, it's the beginning. You are just starting life. We are all young men and young women here. Our life is just beginning. Your blessing is just the beginning. Your prosperity is just the beginning. Your faith in the Holy One, blessed be He, is just the beginning. Because God is going to show us, all of us, wonders that we've never seen before. He's going to show you, and you will see with your 2 eyes, and you will glorify His name. The Lord is God, He never fails. So therefore, do not allow any negative thought or any negative saying to bring you down. Enter here, goes out here, rise up and live a better life. Parshas Toldot. Yitzhak, the man of the soil. Our father Yitzhak is the man of the soil. He lived in nature. He's a man of nature. Shabbat Shalom.